Hey guys, this is Ben, the creator with Monumental Heart Media, and today I'm here with Ana de Anda, a serial entrepreneur. She owns multiple businesses, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her history and how she got started. Ana, say hi to the people.
Hello.
All right, awesome. Ana de Anda, tell me, how did you become an entrepreneur? I can't even say you own one business. I want to know everything. So tell us your history.
Ana de Anda, entrepreneur. That's me. Well, I started running a business at the age of 14. I started running a store part-time. Obviously, I went to high school, and then right after high school, I would take hands-on. And I started selling at the age of 6.
What was your inspiration?
I love, my dad was an entrepreneur, which, Jose de Anda, which was my father. He passed away 17 years ago. He was my inspiration. He was my mentor, my best friend, my father. And, he's everything I learned with him is what I'm doing today in any of the businesses I do own.
Wow. Is there any business in particular that really is not just as the perspective of owning a business, but even because I like right now when you mentioned your dad, there was like emotion there, and there was like a lot of history there. That which one is from all the business you started that's close to your heart?
Well, what I started doing at the age of 6, I started going to the flea market with him. So we come from California originally. We came to Arizona in 1995. And he had lost everything. So we came with one hand in the front and one in the back, and we started working at the flea market. Eventually in 2004, he opens La Perrona Botas y Ropa. In 2005, and he passes away of cancer. Yeah. And so I stayed running the business. We had 2 perronas at that time. We ended up having 11 of them at one point.
Wow. You know what? Just to give the people some history, I used to work for Wells Fargo, and that's actually where we connected originally. And then a couple years down the line, I got in real estate, and that's how, we were like,
but
hey.
You're being nice. Say the truth. Oh, when I was so young.
Yeah, right. And I think I was like 19 when I was at the bank, and I would see you and your family come in all the time, and like I remember we were talking about that. Yeah. Every time that right before we started talking, you told me about how you used to come in with bags of money, and everybody's like, "Where's your security at?" And you're like, "What security?" Like, I'm my own security. Just kidding. But,
yeah, well, I was a little bit more discreet, but yeah, it was other times, But that's what built me. I come from a retail background, and I think, the way that I grew up in business and managing people. So in 2009, I became an investor without even knowing what I was doing. In 2007, I bought my first commercial building, not knowing what I was doing either, to be honest. I didn't understand real estate, which now I do every day, and I love it. And so God puts you in different places at different times for different purposes.
Amen. Tell us a little bit about your core values as an individual and then as an entrepreneur.
So my core value as an individual is my family. To me, my family is everything. My kids are my motors. Everything I do is because of my kids and my siblings. I love them all. And my siblings kind of feel like my kids, but we're almost the same age. It's just, for me, my family is everything. My faith is big.
Oh, amen. Me too. And are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest of 6
that explains
children.
That explains why you're like that comment. So
and you can hear my accent because when I was growing up, my first language was Spanish. My parents didn't speak.
It's beautiful.
English,
I love your accent. It makes you exotic.
Thank you.
So the second, as an entrepreneur, what's your core values?
I love being a leader, and I believe that I think trying to always do the best for others.
Building others
is I think it's something that I do day in and day out.
I love that. Another thing that I wanted to compliment you was that you're always consistently trying to provide value to everybody around you. And then obviously you being in the real estate industry, I know you manage a real estate team, and then also
I am not licensed. I'm not a licensed realtor or lender. I'm an investor. I used to own a real estate company.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
Partner. No, yeah, let me clarify.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
Yes, I used to own real estate company with my business partner, and that's how I started in real estate.
Oh, okay.
And but I am an investor since 2009. And what I do with Deandra Real Estate is I am doing business development, which is helping the agents in their business, and I also help them with lead generation,
awesome,
which ties up to sales. And
yeah, definitely.
I do. I also am hired by iCore Lending, which also is business development, and I'm an office manager.
Wow, that is, man, you're like Barbie. You do everything. You have so many hats on.
Well, I do have a lot of help, and I am gonna say something the CEO of iCore told me. He said, "Look, Anna, you have what a lot of agents want and a lot of lenders want. You know how to bring business. At the end of the day, that is the blood of any business, to bring customers. And I'm really good in sales, and I like to teach lenders, agents, entrepreneurs how to grow their business. That's what I know how to do, and I love sharing what I know."
You know, one of the things that we were talking about earlier is the fact that the most important role in a company is the salesperson. Without you in your businesses, there's no check. Nobody's eating. We said that. I use that word specifically because you love that word, with the way we talk about that, like providing value, bringing income to the people that we work with.
I learned several years ago that you need to do things for a purpose. And the reason I think I love and I'm so passionate about real estate in itself is because you help families, and you help agents grow their business. It's always helping, right? But I think when you do things for a purpose, it doesn't feel like you're working. And if it's in retail, when we started here in 1995, then my dad opened his warehouse for his wholesaling warehouse, and I'm going to go back to that. In 1999, he said, "Look, mija, what we're going to do, we're going to sell wholesale to all those housewives that are home, and we're going to do a minimum purchase of $300. We ended up not fitting in that warehouse from all these customers we had.
Wow.
And we helped all those ladies that were buying clothing, selling out of their house, when you're raising your kids, and you're able to we come from California, so we came with another vision.
Yeah.
And it's now I'm doing the same thing, but only with realtors or lenders where I work, or if I'm whomever I'm working with. I've had several meetings that people are just, "Hey, Anna, can we talk to you about how do I make this work?" And I feel so blessed. And I can't even believe it sometimes, because I never thought that what I learned as a little girl was going to help me be so successful at my age. And to grow, I grew up with something so simple. From here to the sky, anything that you want. You don't have to envy anybody, anything. You don't have to worry about what others are doing, because whatever's for you is for you, and you don't have limits. You're limitless.
I love that.
And so I believe that, and I tell everybody the same. Every real estate's a mindset. Yeah. People that are not closing deals right now is because they're thinking negative, because the business is there.
Yeah.
You just have to look for it.
No, I totally agree. I believe that you have to live in a state of mind of abundance, and what you were describing, it's a state of mind of scarcity. A lot of people are in a state of scarcity, and when you live there and you're stuck there, it's hard to be positive. It's hard to generate business. And even if you are in business, I feel people sense that. And sometimes, if you're worried about money all the time and that there's not enough,
you don't get it.
Nope. And then also too, your actual clients or whoever you're servicing, they feel like, you know what? I feel this person is just it's here for the dollar only. So I totally agree with you. Our main focus right here with the media company is we want to be of value. We want to be able to coach and how we teach them how to leverage social media content to either create referral sources, generate business. And I totally agree with you. The last question I was going to ask, so for people that just met you here through the podcast or reel, what do you actually do? Like what do you, here's your spot to talk about. I know you own a lot of businesses. What is your, let's say the top 2 businesses you want to like promote and talk about?
Oh my God, that's hard. Well, I want to start helping, helping people that need to be maybe coached in sales and stuff. But what do? I'm an investor. I hold several with my business partner. I invest, and I also work for iCore Lending as a business developer.
Awesome.
Manager of the office.
Awesome. So as you guys already know, Monumental Heart Media is a company that specializes in content creation, social media management. If you are brand new in the entrepreneur world, there's probably a term you heard. It's called the call of action. What that is how could people find you? Do you have a website, a phone number? With that being said, Ana, what's your call of action? How could they find you? Or what's your number? Or do you have a website, social medias?
Well, I do have social media, Instagram at Ana M. Dianda, and my phone number is 602-317-6736, and I'm all over Facebook and Instagram. I do not have my own website. I should soon. It will come. I'm Ana de Anda Entrepreneurship.
Right. No big deal. And business consultant, because like you're super successful. So I actually got that vision. I see you doing that.
That's my next. I think I'm going to start doing that when I retire.
Yeah, definitely right. Well, Ana, thank you for stopping by. You're amazing. And thank you for being my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.